Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Good morning to you. We back. We are back. Shout out to technical difficulties. Shout out to E for always making things get back in order. I hope y'all still tuning in with us because we finna get right back to it. Yes. And so we were talking about what does love mean to us.
Man, he was talking real.
He was dropping some gems over there about consistency. You want to finish up on that one, or you want to go ahead and start on your what you think love mean to you, Beauty?
Yeah, Beauty. Start with you.
Wow.
We'll come back.
I think love to me is basically being to a place where you can treat a person genuinely and authentically the same way you want to be treated. Okay. So whatever love is to you, we should be able to match that in a certain way. You know, my definition changes sometimes, but I'm just saying on the simple fact, like if I was to get with somebody or if even be a friend, right?
Yeah.
As a friend, I know how I want you to show up, so I'm going to show up like that.
Yes.
So if anyways, like we can compromise and come to a position where we want to genuinely show up for each other the same way. You know what I mean? Like not you do things my way and I do things your way. Like we come to a agreement where we're like, okay, well, I know this is how you are, and this is what you want from me, and I can give you that. Yes. I might not be able to give you this, but I can compromise on that. Like, where we can have that type of conversation where, what does love look like to you? Oh, it looks like this, looks like that. Oh, okay, well, I can do that. I can give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I think that is right. That is right. That's where I'm getting into the whole thing of asking what you need and what you want out of a person or what you need from it. So that to me is love, because you love me enough for us to keep talking about it, because it can change.
Yeah, because at any point you can be like, I'm not talking to you no more about that shit.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's me. I'm gonna be honest at all times. That's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse. What's your love language?
Ooh.
It don't matter.
Mine is acts of service.
What's the second one? I know what it is. She gonna act like she don't know, but I know exactly what it is.
What is it?
Gifts.
Well, yes, but I hate saying that because that seems
don't hate say it, embrace it. It's your love language. No. It's how you like to be loved.
Yes, but gifts are like my favorite popcorn, or like,
no, we never said you could have been a bag of dirt.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like it seems so superficial when you say gifts. Like, oh, this bitch, oh, she just want money. That's the I don't know
who made that up. Who made that up?
Who made that up? Society has made that up. How if a girl says gifts, it is a trigger word for men. Oh, okay, this bitch, she expensive. Oh, okay, but they don't think about it as get to know me and know what is a gift to me.
Yeah.
When you said expensive, I was just thinking about easy.
What does that mean?
Gifts.
Easy, like I can get her. I was gonna buy something, and I can get her.
But that's not. But
I don't think that's has the same thing to do with your love language.
I'm saying as a man, so when I say a woman tell me her love language is
gifts,
receiving gifts, that's the first thing come to my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see how you could think that, but at the end of the day, I think when it comes to your love language, I think that it's just better knowing that, like, man, do she want to spend quality time with me, or would she like me to bring her some flowers?
Yes.
Versus, if you buy me gifts, I'm gonna be wrapped. That doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
That's just like how they be like, oh, if a man got money, you need to. I said, is he gonna give something to me?
Exactly.
He can have all the money he want. He gonna be stingy as hell. I don't want to deal with that.
Exactly.
I could just go make my own, and we can figure this thing out from the rest, from being their own.
I ain't never expecting a guy to give me money. That's all. I'm
like, listen,
it ain't happy.
There's a lot of stingy motherfuckers out there. Be tight with the pocket.
I thought I was the only motherfucker who thought that.
You want me to just shake this ass and shake that cash? Nah, let me stop.
Because it ain't never happened, bro.
Keep going, because I have a lot of friends. I've had a lot of friends in my life, but I don't know too many that holds on to the money when it comes down to a woman.
What you mean?
My friends are going to depart with the money for the right woman, or for a woman that they like.
Well,
so if they don't like you, then
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like it's the same for a woman, because naturally they're carers and nurturers. So I'm gonna start doing nice stuff for you, whether you want me to or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still acts of service and still providing gifts, and whether you want me to, like, oh, I see he shaved his head, I'm gonna get him one of them new shavers I saw.
Mark 5.
Or
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him one of them shavers
or a
I
little
saw.
shining balm. Like, you got to think about it.
Because I know he got to keep his head clean. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So women do the same thing. So
Yes.
what was your first love experience?
I haven't experienced love yet.
Wow.
No, I've never
In
been
no
in love.
shape, form, or fashion.
The money. The money, that's about it.
You fell in love with it.
Yeah, the money and the game, that's it. I used to love gangbanging. It was like the thing I loved to do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wake up and go to bed to be in the streets, and I loved it.
Because it was glorified. I could see that.
Yeah, I loved it.
I could see that.
Like, I've never been in love with a woman, though. Never in my life.
Okay.
But what was
I can see
the...
that.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to, like, what love for the streets? Like, what made you love the street?
Well, I'm going to answer the question. My love language is words of affirmation.
Okay.
So when people are affirming that I'm him, every
Okay.
time I get up in the morning, like, him, that's the dude, that's the plug, that's whoopty whoop whoop whoop. So that's my love language.
It was feeding you.
It fed me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And my second one is receiving gifts, because people that like me, I know they like me when they give me gifts.
Mm-hmm. Or they want you to think they like you.
Yeah, they like me for the moment.
Mm-hmm. They want you to think they like
It's all
you.
on the condition.
I can see that. My love language is acts of service and physical touch.
Just the touch.
And I feel like my first experience. So what kind of love we talking about, first of all? Because, you know, like when our families back in Chicago, when I tell you it was like kind of structured, and they really was trying to like have an arranged marriage with my grandma's girls and the other block, you know.
We tried to do that back in the day.
like, and that
Yeah.
was like my first boyfriend, and we like was boyfriend and girlfriend for like from like 5 to like.
I don't know why parents
know,
did that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
why parents did that.
But you know, it wasn't never like
Like, go
that.
ahead.
But you know, like that. You know, you had your little boyfriend in the neighborhood. That's
go
just
hang
what it
with
was.
George, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. I be like, Grandma, what? She gets to hang? Huh? Why?
Why? Why she gets to come over?
Yeah.
So, what do you think the difference is in love for a man versus in a woman?
It's just what we need from. I think what men and women need are different, and I feel like the way that we can receive it is also different. So for me, when we talk about love, is like safety and security, and when I speak of that, that's like, you know, safety in what I enjoy, security in, you know, in case of emergency. Like, that's what love to me is. So if you see the person that you are doing this so-called thing, life is grinding for that purpose, then that makes you feel like you are safe.
Yeah.
You are secure. You are
So
loved.
you think that it's different between a man and a
Definitely.
woman? What you think?
I agree with what she's saying. Security is everything. Once we say that this is going to be a monogamous situation, or even a poly situation, and it's us, that's where the validation comes from within the group. And it's love when it's consistent, when it's going the same all the time. Once someone deviate from the plan that we've created, this bond we created, then that's when the issues become so furious, because a lot of people don't understand that when you say you love someone and you stand behind something, there's no deviating from that. I don't care who brings you what. We got a contract. It may not be physical.
Ooh, okay.
I'm like, I'm picking up what he putting down. So I was just like,
I feel you. Okay.
And this is what it's about. You know, like I said, I've never been in a monogamous situation. This is probably why.
Right.
I don't know how I'm going to react when a woman, or if a woman deviate from the plan. I don't know how I'm going to act. Because I could have 100 women friends right now, and I could go see 3 of them a day for 30 days a month. 33 days. I could do that. So when I say I'm going to scratch them out and I'm just going to be with you, I'm going to need you to perform. And I need you to be consistent performing. Because I know that I can go get 3 or 4 more that's going to make up for where you are lacking that. But instead, I say I'm going to stay here and be with you, and you deviate from our plan for whatever reason.
Right.
And it gets scary because, like I said, I used to be in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So when one of the homies deviate from the plan, it's not good for him because this is our pack.
Loyalty is key?
Loyalty is king.
Okay.
Loyalty is king. And this is where that death do us part thing come in at. No, for real.
Like, okay.
Because now,
I'm like, I feel like I know where we going with this.
I've opened up my life to you.
But why don't you guys realize that women feel the same way? Women feel the same way.
I know because they are emotional creatures.
And you're not.
Yeah, I think y'all are more emotional.
And you're not.
You just said I can't handle. I can't even. So you say you have turned off love because you are scared of you can't handle that. You just said that.
No, I'm
so
scared.
how are we emotional?
I'm scared of the penitentiary.
He said he's scared of
I'm going to take it to the max. If you involve someone into here, and I done gave you all my understanding about life. I told you about my mama, where she been, my daddy, where he been. Now you got all this tea on me. And for some reason, you deviate from what we believe in.
Vulnerability. If she knows anything about you and y'all no longer together.
It's the same thing. So y'all were saying that it's different for men and women, right? You said that men and women love differently. I have to disagree. I feel like we love how we love. You guys think that you love harder because you're a man. We think we love harder because we're women. We love just as hard.
Yeah, that's why I agree.
And I can't have somebody deviate the plan either because I can't understand why you couldn't be man enough to just tell me that the plan has changed. There's nothing wrong with the plan changing, but in your opinion, you're saying that I could have these three women performing and you're not performing to their level, so therefore you're not deviating, you're not doing what you plan. But at the same time, it's like, are you even bringing everything in that you need to bring in?
And this is where the
and
understand.
And at what point do you talk to me and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what I need from you.
Yeah.
This is what I need from you. You know what I'm saying?
That's in the beginning. That's in the beginning, the very beginning.
I get that. I'm saying when it's time to be like deviating from the plan.
There's no deviating without an understanding. And
a lot of people do it.
But life as life is happening.
And I've been watching way too many shows lately.
Man.
Not to be.
No, I watch like relationship shows. I watch all shows for research purposes. So I've been watching this show called what did I say? It's called All the Single Ladies, right? And there's interviews of women of different things and different experiences. So, of course, there's the episode on cheating and how it happened. So everybody's giving their experience. There's the woman on when women cheated and their experience. And also I've been watching Unfaithful, the true stories of deception. But I'm watching for, like, to see the pattern and to see, like, there's things I'm looking for. And it's like, And you can see exactly when that person deviated from the plan and never fucking said nothing.
Yeah.
Because life
I wasn't getting my needs met, so John was at work and John said I was cute, so I
got more attention.
That's dumb as fuck. This person you've built a life with, this person you've got kids with, this person you guys had a plan to begin with, but because your needs aren't being met and you don't know how to articulate that, you all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, because you know Becky with the good hair said she get head in the bathroom, and I went and got it.
Shout out to Becky.
Fuck Becky.
I can't stand y'all. Wait a minute, Becky. Sorry, Becky. Come on now.
So how do you know if somebody truly loves you?
Dang.
Believe it or not, in 2023, it takes a lot of time, man. You don't know because of the mask people put on in the beginning. You know, there's a lot of people that find ways to get away. And believe it or not, the most committed woman and the most committed man who we see today are the ones that aren't the most committed.
Ooh, you got a point there. You got a point there.
They committed, but not
I just feel like I went all the way somewhere I probably shouldn't have went with that.
As you should.
But people will be upset about it. Because they be like the pastor.
Yeah.
Or the priest.
Same thing. Same difference. They all on the same level. Like, you preaching it to me that I need to be doing these things. And then I'm like, what is he doing over here?
Ain't no question. Yeah.
What is he
Oh,
doing?
I'm of flesh. I am of flesh.
I think I know if somebody really truly love me, they gonna show me. Like I'm not gonna have to second guess it.
Yes.
Anytime I have a thought or a doubt, there's something that they could do to show me. Like
Exactly.
my love language is acts of service, so they're gonna show me. Like I love you. Like there's no ands or buts about this situation.
Yeah.
You don't have to guess what I'm trying to show you because your intentions are pure.
Yep.
So what if they feel that way and they love you and they feel that they can't be monogamous though?
Say that. I feel, and I only say this because several men that I've talked to, y'all can't handle the truth. The truth, the lie, the betrayal, it all hurts, right?
Yep.
Give me the one that's gonna make the most sense.
I disagree
Hurt
with him.
is hurt with hurt.
Y'all can handle the truth. It's just that you guys, well, most women aren't going to continue with what's good for them
You ain't lying.
because of the truth. See, a lot of women want the ownership. They want that man to they want to own him, and so I use the word ownership, so it'll spark a nerve, right?
It doesn't.
And
Look,
not you two,
I
but
was looking
majority of
like,
people,
okay.
right? They want to own most men and put them in a committed situation when they haven't gotten that far yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that be the thing though. We just met. We hanging out 3, 4, 5 years. 3, 4, 5 months, and we're not together, but we're doing relationship things. And you want me to be committed to you, but we don't have an exclusive situation.
So let me ask you this: Is monogamy even a real thing? Like, let's just be real.
Yes.
Like, at one point,
I yearn for it.
do you
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Why?
Because go ahead.
No. You gotta let him answer.
Yeah, finish. But
I yearn for monogamy because I know the completion of a man is the other half, which is the woman. But
I'm just saying.
I don't know how to say certain things right now because
saying it?
someone that I have conversation with is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I don't want to make it like I'm talking about that person, but I'm a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
I follow Quran and Sunnah. I'm not the best Muslim, but I'm a praying Muslim.
Okay.
Right? So there's things that when we walk to the store, you can't wear that top. Because my Muslim brother, Muslim sister going to see me and be like, okay, bro, she don't have the hijab on, but why I see her bosoms?
Mm-hmm.
Why is her stomach out? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't commit to this woman, and I can't because I feel that she don't respect me enough to put something on just when I'm around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I have a great friend, real good friend. And that's when you openly don't respect what I believe in, that's already a sign that I just got to do this right here with you because I could never think this way because you don't want to get out your own way from what you think is a good man.
Oh, that's heavy. So two different beliefs can't match, huh?
It depends what you believe in. You believe in everybody seeing your body, or you believe in Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism,
I'm
Buddhism.
saying two different beliefs.
Oh, right. Respect. Yeah. Oh, no. It depends on what they beliefs are.
Okay, I can see that.
But if you respect somebody's belief, it doesn't mean that you respect their belief, but you should be able to respect your own as well, right?
Can the two match? Can the two
I feel like
mesh
it should.
well?
Or what's the compromise?
Can the two mesh well?
Yeah.
It depends on what the beliefs are.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on. I'm Muslim, so a Muslim man can marry a Christian and a Jew.
Okay, that's it.
A Muslim man can marry a Christian and a Jew because we have the same base, a similar base.
We don't got that much time. We got a caller. We gonna be quick, caller. I don't know what to push for you. Can we hear you?
I can't hear the caller.
Hold on.
Hello.
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 Welcome to Let's Talk Love. What's going on?
Oh, well, thank you. I saw the politics tag on Twitch.
Can you speak up a little bit? We can't hear you good.
Yeah, do you hear me now? Hello.
A little
Is
bit.
this better?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can turn up my audio. I saw that you guys have a politics tag on your Twitch feed.
We talking about love today.
Love and politics?
We talking about love and love. There is a politics show.
Yeah, that's why I called in.
Okay, so we'll have to get you that information on what day that show is. But today we're talking about love, and what does love have to do with it?
What does love have to do with it? That's Tina Turner, right? She just died, the acid queen.
She definitely made a statement out there, but every day we have to make sure we have a decision on exactly what love means to us.
You know, she sang on Moving to Montana during the Ikettes. Do you know that?
Okay, that's nice. But we definitely appreciate you calling in.
Yes, sir.
Well, I
Well,
would like to talk a little bit about love. I mean, it's one of my favorite hobbies.
Hobbies.
It's one of your favorite hobbies.
It's
Okay.
Love is a hobby.
But yeah, so yeah, we are definitely willing to talk love with you. What is it that you would like to talk about?
Well, I just wonder why women drive me so crazy.
It's because of the beauty. It's because of the natural beauty the Creator gave
They
me.
drive you crazy.
They drive me crazy. They're so emotional at times. So emotional. It just, oh.
Well, they have a menstrual cycle, so be easy on the ladies.
yes.
No, I know that's all the moon and the sun and all that. I'm
That's
talking
right.
about all the craziness up in here.
Up in here.
Up in here.
I'm trying to not smile.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you. Have a good day.
I like that.
So funny.
Child.
Way from Montana.
They say let them talk. That's at Chicago, Illinois. That was a Chicago number. That's 312.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. That was the first.
They
that
talk
was
about
the
let him.
first
Didi talk about let him talk.
That's
I'm like, is this for real or is this for play?
Exactly.
We appreciate you calling in, though. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So, do you think that love can last without sex?
I see it laugh all the time in people. I don't know.
You see love lasting all the time without sex?
I mean, in our grandparents, I don't know if that was
We
continued
talking about right
love.
now. We talking about right now.
So us as the age we are right now.
Let's talk about right now.
Well, dang, you said have you seen? No, I don't think
I
that
say,
it
can love last
No.
without sex?
It cannot.
I disagree.
I don't think.
Because it depends on what the foundation of the situation is. You know, I have friends that I'm just in business with that I love without any conditions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if we haven't had sex, we haven't been having sex, or we had sex and we cut it off for some time, I feel that we can love each other for the rest of our life and still have a great situation.
As you should. Yeah. I want to be friends with everybody that I had sex with. I don't see why not. Like, you remember what we did.
Well, we can look in the
I
mirror.
don't want to
and
have
see
no
why not.
issues with nobody. But I don't want to be like, I'm still in love with that. No, I'm good.
How long does it take to truly, like, fall in love with somebody? Like, do you think that
60
there's a time? 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
So you believe in love at first sight?
I do.
Wow.
I do. I just got to hear a voice.
Because they say, what is it, the first 15 seconds to make an impression, right?
5.
I mean, depending on how they come in, huh?
Yeah. You know, you can just look at a person and see how they carry themselves and instantaneously just say, oh, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're a man. When you're a man, there's so much stuff that you can work on with a woman once you have patience. If this is the woman you want,
Okay.
you know, like she
If
said
you have
earlier,
patience.
when you have patience, because we have it, we just don't have it for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, I sat in the cell for 2,315 days, waiting for 3,000 days to come, so I got patience. I
Right.
can lie and say I don't, but I got patience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So responsibly, when you learn to compromise, which she mentioned the word earlier, which is the biggest part of any relationship, we are different, and we're going to be different. We come from different homes, type of homes. We are raised in different environments, so it's going to be different. But what we have to understand is once you compromise and you want to fight and work for something that you want, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Especially if the two people want it at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
One person can't
You
want
gotta
it more
want it
than
at
the
the
other.
same
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Because I could really, really want it, and you're like,
You'll take less effort, and then by the time you really do it, it's like, okay, years are going by again, and you're really not changing anything when it comes to that relationship. So that's where it comes with, okay, you can compromise, but you also got to make sure that you make movements.
Right.
I got a funny dumb question on there before I get on, because I was cracking up when I read it. But can you fully love yourself and someone else?
I'm living that.
I believe so.
If the two of you are working on you or each other, I agree. I believe so as well. You know, I don't think that you can love someone else when you don't fully love yourself.
There it is.
Yeah.
Because if you empty, how are you pouring
Into something
outward
else.
when you don't have anything to
Exactly.
give? So I do think that you can love someone, but you have to fully love yourself first.
Yes.
So that you have enough love that is left over to give to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Not at all.
That's
Man.
for sure. So what was the one that said, why does love break your heart and not your brain? I looked that question up. I found
Is
it.
the answer to that?
I mean, I think so, because it's like, logically, like when we say like, dang, we know we shouldn't have messed with that person. Dang, we know we probably shouldn't have
Everything.
did this. But it'd be like, damn, but why does it hurt? Why am I feel? Why
Why
do
my
I
heart
feel?
hurt? Why
Because
can't
your
I-
feelings get into that.
I was like, this is a real question. I'm asking.
but that
it.
makes sense. It makes sense.
Without knowing, I would say because the mind is working on fixing the situation, and the heart is just in sorrow.
And it's helping to fix the heart.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? So as the mind is working on finding a solution or resolution, we know that this is supposed to be happening, and the heart is just looking for the food that it needs to become whole again.
I can see that. I can see that the brain is doing everything it can do to try to repair the heart.
Yeah.
But in the midst of it, you can't undo the memories.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that's where the heart kind of stays in sorrow, because
Yes.
you keep thinking back, and then you keep trying to rationalize, and you keep trying to, and then you down on yourself a little bit, like, why the
Yes.
fuck? I don't even know why I did that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because now in your head, you like, you already knew better.
Yeah.
Yes.
You knew better. But
You
I
like-
saw that question. I thought it was hella funny.
Because that should be true.
Filthy rich or a beautiful heart?
A beautiful woman. and the beauty comes from
What?
the interior for anything.
The beauty gonna fade. I'm just waiting on her. This nigga look down.
I hate it.
On your truth.
What you say that? What you say? What
Filthy rich or a beautiful heart?
No, I definitely need to have a beautiful heart, because I know I'm gonna be rich no matter what. So that I know that I'm
If you got a
capable
beautiful heart,
of it.
the sky is the limit.
But
the sky is the limit.
I don't want nobody that's. I'm not mean, so I don't want somebody that's gonna be mean. Like, I don't know. That's yeah.
When does love mean nothing?
At death.
That's when?
At
Yes.
death. At death. Love means nothing at death.
That's death. 100%.
Oh, I don't know.
Love is a forever existence.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, because at that point, I think that love starts to trump everything else. Because you can have somebody who you haven't even been talking to in like 10, 15 years. You've been mad at them, they've been mad at you, and we ain't talking. This person dies, the love for you that you have for them, it comes full force to the surface.
Yeah.
That same love that you just press back, I don't give a fuck about them, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it means nothing when you mean nothing to the person. So the love could definitely be fake the whole time. Like, I thought I loved you, but
What? No. I mean, I feel like I'm thinking in like a sense of how like love is to me. Like, I am going to love until I die.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
That's
as well.
where I was taking it.
Yeah.
Of like me, how I
but
feel.
the way you loved people, it still flows after death.
But my feelings of love will be done with because I'm no longer of flesh. So I was saying, like, that's what, in my mind, that's what I was saying.
So no spiritual afterlife?
Oh, ain't no question.
So your love continues. It's actually more pure then than it was before, because you don't have all the traumas and the stresses of this world.
but I don't know if I will remember this world. So I just I
want
to live, so whatever is beyond me, I will let it be when that day comes. I'm not,
So do you not remember before this life when you were a caterpillar?
No.
Or a butterfly?
Nah, I don't. No.
That's a whole new show, because I was about to dig in. I was like, what?
Because, I had like some visions back in the day. And, when you have deja vu and different things like that,
you have serious, strong deja vu. So it's like it's too strong. But like I always tell her the story, it took a child. Like we did think it's so cute with the baby. Oh, he was playing with an imaginary friend and he was doing this. But when they get older, it's like, oh, he hearing voices. Mm-hmm. Oh, he doing this.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but if you allow them to tap into it a little bit more, you may be able to learn a whole lot. And it took for a child to tell me truth. He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
He said, we on the bus. He said, that was my first school. I said, how you know? And it was his first school. His mother was pregnant with him in high school. They had a daycare at the school. So he went to the daycare at the school.
Wow.
That was his first school. He said, that was my first. And he just said it just as a matter of fact and kept on with his conversation. So I sat with that. Mm-hmm. Then a couple years later, he was like, that was my house. We like, what? He was like, when I was here before, my name was John. He said, my name was John. She's my best friend on this call. It was my godson. He said, my name was John. The house was a different color. He said it was brown back then, and we had a white gate. He was like, I had 2 kids. He told us everything. He said, I live right there. But it was just as a matter of fact.
Yeah, wow.
It wasn't like this, because we brush him off. Like, look at him just making stuff up. Mm-hmm. We listened to him and embraced his story because we started asking questions. That's how I knew, like, well, what color was the house? Mm-hmm. He was like, it was brown. It wasn't that color. It was brown. And it was a white fence in the front. I'm like... You just don't know. And stop discrediting these kids because they're closer to the birthing stage and we're closer to the opposite stage. Yeah. But it's still this whole realm and the 360 of life.
Yes.
It's important.
Very much so.
I can't agree with that. Which one, Didi? We got a lot of comments in here, y'all. Let's see what we got going on. Let me scoot up. So, I don't know. E said caps or something. What's up, Mr. Turner? How you doing? How you been? How you living? Blakey said loyalty. E said hashtag therapy for black men for 100, please.
Oh.
I don't know. We was talking about something to the max. Brandon said, D-Zam. So, Kiki said you meet their representative first until them true colors start shining through. Mm-hmm. We don't have to accept their truth, though, if it doesn't serve them. Mm-hmm. We don't have to accept their truth, though, if it doesn't serve them. That's interesting. Do we not have to accept one's truth?
No.
Why? Do I have to deal with you different? Accept it? Yes. It's your truth. How can I just be like, nah, this motherfucker dick telling me the truth, but I don't want to accept it.
You got to remember we all have choices. Mm-hmm. Because your truth wasn't your beginning. Your truth came along the way. So if this ain't what you showing me that's on the job application, and then when I run your name and you give me something else, I got something else. Mm-hmm. Now I know your truth.
I'm saying, like, if I come to you and I say, hey, this is how I am. This is what I do. This is how I live. This is how I love. This is how I laugh. This is how I travel. And you be like, I don't want to do shit like that. Why can't you accept my truth?
Because this isn't who I was trying to hire. Or who I was trying to partnership with.
You don't have to deal with me, but I'm saying accepting.
Oh, I accept it, but I'm not accepting you.
That's what we're saying, accepting it. Like, we're not going to be together because we're accepting the fact that I'm cool on that.
I don't want to have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, like, you can tell me your truth, and if that truth don't fall in line with my vision as well, then why will we continue?
All right.
So how can you connect with someone spiritually?
Being more vulnerable with them, though. Yeah. You really gotta talk about that uncomfortable shit. You gotta talk about your little kid shit that you haven't healed from. You gotta tell them memories that you try to keep in your pocket. Mm-hmm. That's where it's going to sit and lie, where your person needs. Like, oh man, based on this story, I know that she needs maybe more affirmations, or based off of this story, I know that she would enjoy this. Like, this is going to bring. That's how you're knowing your partner. You're being aware of their needs because you're seeing it. You're engaged in them. You're watching them. You're observing them. Mm-hmm. That's where the love comes in, where it's like you take the time to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel spiritually, when you're genuine, when you're giving them you, mm-hmm. the spirits will speak to one another, and that's what moves the two of you when you're genuine. Mm-hmm. But mm-hmm. when you faking, they start to fight against each other because something isn't catching here. But when you 100 the whole way and you going, no matter what, good, bad, or indifference, this spirit know that this spirit is giving it what it is, not what it want to be. Mm-hmm. Because your spirit is going to know that flesh is talking more than the spirit over here.
Right.
You know, like when most men just with women to get something out of them, or most women will with men to get something out of it. The spirits won't align because you're looking for something worldly. Mm. You're not looking for something beyond this physical realm, this 3D that we're in. So when you're genuine, you're going to meet that spirit. And that spirit is going to talk to you, and it's going to tell you everything. This is where the love is created. Mm-hmm. But it has to be created. It's only one love. It's only one love, which is real love. Mm-hmm. That other stuff, it's something else. It's buffoonery. You know what I'm saying?
It's watered down.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think, too, like, to connect to somebody spiritually is to genuinely get to know their hearts.
Man.
Yeah.
And their heart's desires. And allow them to connect with each other. Mm-hmm. Like, because people will guard their hearts. And when I say people, I say me. I'm never going to be in denial about that. I'm getting better at it. Mm-hmm. But this started at a young age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of fucked up shit. So I literally used to say verbally, like, my heart's in a glass box. I got to lock that thing up, get a key. My first tattoo was a cherry on my thigh with a key.
Yeah.
Because it's on lock. You understand what I'm saying? And I thought that was a real thing until I allowed myself to be a little vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then it bit me in the butt. I was like, see, this is why. You know what I'm saying? But when you get with somebody, like you said, if it's genuine and you know that their heart intentions is to really be there for you and connect with your heart, I think that you guys are on a whole nother level. You know?
With women, the easiest way to connect with a man that women don't know is protect your box. When you protect and respect your box, you're going to get everything that you want from a man. And I'm not just talking about money and gifts. You're going to get the spirit. You're going to get the soul from the man. Once you protect your box and make him fight for something, make him work for something. But when there's no work, or when the work is done, they say give the milk before you get the cow. So
we be wanting a little milk and honey too.
But you got to understand that you have all the control. When you release the control, it's going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. 48 law of the 48 laws of power is assumed formlessly. Once you create a form, then now I know how to handle you.
Yeah.
But when you stay without a form, I don't know which way you're going to go. I need you to stay without a form and let me work for what I want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me work for what I want.
Is this only in a stance of, like, you really want to make something out of this situation? Or is this in any situation where even if all you really want is something physical?
The woman should never want nothing physical.
Why?
Because once she gets something that's physical and it's good, she's going to lose control of what she actually needs.
Why do you think that?
Watch it happen every day.
Does she lose control of what she needs, or is she kind of doing what she want to do? And it just seems on the outside that she's losing control.
Okay.
Because somebody else's definition of control may not be the same definition of her own.
Well, I'm going to say this. Well, when she gets 50, she's going to want a husband. The one that she just gave it up to and thinking that it was okay and went to the next one, or however she handled that situation, that was her husband. But he don't see no value in it because she just gave it up to him.
He didn't see no value in it to begin with. You fail to realize that there is a gazillion men that see zero value in a woman, let alone her box. Like, you literally talk to men and we're like walking dummies with a vagina. And that's how they want to keep you. And that's some real shit.
And that's because the woman had lowered their standards.
Absolutely not. We had to fight for standards. What are you talking about?
Well,
You forget the fact that we were behind the dog at once with this westernized fucking culture. We can never forget history. At one point, we were not even allowed to speak. We couldn't work. We couldn't think. You fuck and have babies and shut the fuck up. They
Period.
forgot that they came out of a vagina. But they're stronger than us. And we're nurturers. So we're going to allow you to be the man and let you lead. They led our asses right behind the dog.
all right, I got a question for you. I understand that completely. So if you could walk down Tropicana and get a man 6 foot with a 6-pack making 6 figures, or 6 foot with a 6-pack for $40, would you look for love or a relationship with any other man when you know you can get what you're looking for in a man walking down the street?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
That's what I was like.
Saying like I could find it a dime a dozen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but not just find a dime a dozen, but go and get it. Pull over and get it for a price. See, I know you can probably go to your Facebook inbox, whatever, and pick one or grab one.
A little prostitution.
Yeah. So this is
That's
what.
the oldest
we talking about a
profession.
little
That means y'all been
prostitution.
always paying for it. So
Say it again.
They always been paying for it.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying. But what I'm saying is, the woman is now for a price. You can get her for the most beautifulest one for $150. So it's hard for these men these days to see a woman for more because they don't have the intelligence or the intellect to actually sit down and talk to a woman that has something upstairs.
So are we
I
going
think
to
that-
negate the fact that it has been conformed to the fact that like
y'all beauty standards are the ones that y'all are getting that say that they are for money. You're showing that, hey, she physically, right, shows that she is about money. So for me, when men say like, oh, okay, well, it's too many women that goes that way, I just don't feel like, but y'all show y'all money so it can go that way.
Yeah.
Like,
Because of how money, but it still goes back to the money ran shit. Because the man was the only one to make money at one point in time. We weren't even allowed to make money. So therefore, this has been a way of a life for a very long time. He who holds the money holds the power.
hell yeah.
And that's the power of the pussy. And that's real shit. Even to the man who holds the money, who steals the women and sell their pussy. If we really gonna get deep with this shit,
Yeah.
I'm dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So we can't keep saying like, well, why are women acting as if they are for sale when we've been for sale for a long time without our will, without even wanting to be for sale? So are we a part of accustomed to society, to a place where women like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want anyway. This is the only thing they want anyway. Why not go after something that I want as well? Because this is what they leading with.
This is the only thing they want.
How many ugly dudes? I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but how many dudes they be like, oh, I was this, that, and that, and then I got the bag, but now you treating all the women like shit, cause you know what I'm saying?
Because now
you
they want to fuck with you. Because again, you didn't have a bag.
Is he wrong?
No, because
why would you do somebody like they did you?
Exactly.
You didn't like how it felt.
But then men don't want women
hated
that's
how it
like
felt.
that. Men want women to be attractive, but they can't be ugly. Does that make sense? Do you
This
get what
guy
I'm
wrote on
saying?
my post the other day. I said, "Are you afraid
what I'm saying?
of? Are you afraid of growing old alone?" I never said dying. They are like, "I'm gonna die by myself anyway." But then this guy said,
Should have tagged me.
he said, "I'm never gonna be alone long as I got money. There's always be a lady around me as long as I got money."
True. He ain't lying.
But that's just a person though.
It's
But that's
a warm body.
Yeah, but that isn't nothing though. Well, you just have a lady next to you don't mean that you're not alone. Sometimes
Hella alone.
Sometimes
that's what
I
he
find
wants.
sometimes I find myself in a room of hundreds and I'm alone.
Yes.
But you know you have
And you could be with this intimate person and be lonely as fuck.
yeah.
That's real. That is really real.
See, a lot of people got to understand what actually company is, man.
Companionship.
Companionship.
They have it's like a lost cause.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking for when I asked the question, are you okay with growing old alone. You forgetting. You thinking now it's fun and wild, like you said.
Yeah.
But that's because they destroyed the foundation of the family.
Yeah.
You have wealth in your family.
Yeah.
You have so much wealth inside of a family because you can leave a generation of a legacy. But they was like, drop this bomb in this black ass neighborhood because we know what that is, and we know what the bomb is: drugs, guns, and all of that shit. Then we all sit up in here and be like, "Why black men be like this?"
Oh, black women.
How could I not have? How could I not have compassion for the black man? And I was in the same neighborhood with him.
Exactly.
I knew he had to sell drugs to put food on the table. I knew that his mama probably was on drugs.
Yes.
So he hiding the drugs from his mama so she don't take them. But then the homeboy down the like, we was in the same environment. So everybody acting like they don't know why things are the way they are.
Do you honestly think that he had to sell drugs to provide?
Depends on the situation they were in.
Yeah.
I feel, in retrospect, because I didn't know how to read until I was 34 years old. I was reading at 34th grade level at 33. I feel that had I known how to read and I'd have got my GED in my 20s, I would have never had to sell dope. Or if I'd have graduated high school, I would have never had to continue selling drugs because I could have went and found a career. Right now, I'm getting my commercial driver's license.
Could you?
Yeah.
You still got to think about the fact that at a certain point in time, they wouldn't give black men jobs. They wouldn't give us loans. They wouldn't give us mortgages. They specifically iced us out in a lot of things to force you to have to resort to this said thing.
I could have went to the plumbers union, some kind of laborers union. I could have got my barber's license. I could have did anything.
But who was teaching you that?
No one.
Who in the hood?
No one.
Who else in the hood knew to do that?
Well, my friends did. Responsibly, my friends went to barber school. They went to college. My close friends, they did. But I never told no one that I didn't actually graduate from my hobby in 2000. I falsified everything, walked across the stage, did everything. Everyone that knows me, even the listeners right now, they think that I graduated from my hobby in 2000. I didn't graduate. Spoiler alert. I graduated from Mendota FCI.
You were smart enough to do that. You got to think about it. Just because you couldn't read doesn't mean you weren't intelligent. You were smart enough to do all that, to falsify and do this. So therefore, your brain was already past where you thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that if we had the same opportunities, if we weren't given the same obstacles and adversaries,
because what made you stop that? What made you derail from? Most of the time, it seems like for young black men is life. When life be lifing. And it's like they take our fathers away, and then now that they're gone, it's like, hey, mom is working. Now, if you have siblings, it's whoever's the oldest. You got to figure out. You got to grind. You got to figure out. So if you're the guy and there's no other male structure,
a lonely child,
you got to figure out.
In their vital years when both of their parents should be there for them. Because this creates their internal and external emotional intelligence.
All right. In retrospect,
so it's just like the system setting us up.
In retrospect, if I loved my children, I would have stayed working at Smith's, and I would have went from a bag boy to the produce man to the meat man to the director of Smith's. If I loved my children and my family, I would have went from the bag boy to the produce man to the meat man to the director of Smith's.
Right.
So I could say I sold drugs for 20 years and make it a cop out because all I had to do. But no, all I do is give me a job and work it until I get to where I'm making 6 figures. Or
you think
that you were already in love with the game. You was already in love with the hustle and bustle. So that was the whole thing. Like they literally the streets were created as if it was a family. So we take the father out the home and we send you to the streets. We take the basketball courts out. We take the skating rinks out. All y'all got is each other. Now what do you got? Oh, we got gangs. So now the gang is now your family. You jumped in and jumped out and all this stupid shit.
And you got a big person to tell the kings and the kings, on the chessboard. They up there telling you, hey, I need you to make.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So looking at that, I've talked to plenty of people, and I've been in different situations myself, but I always had a different perspective. Now, did I have different opportunities? They were taken away from me, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Even though I was that person. I'm going to start with the bag. I'm going to start here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But then there was this adversity that didn't have nothing to do with me. Bring me back down. Then there was this adversity. Didn't have shit to do with me. But my immediate environment, which is your city, inside your home, your school, your friends, all these same things create exactly who you are and the experiences that you're gonna have.
If I could tell someone younger than me right now that's in the game anything,
Please tell them.
I would tell them this: use it as a stepping stone.
An investment.
They got to get lucky one time. You got to get lucky every time.
Mm-hmm.
I went to jail 11 times before I caught my federal case. 11 times. So that was 11
chances
to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on. The longest was 8 months.
I'm giving you a chance.
Wake up. What are you doing? 11 times. So when was it time for me to wake up and say, okay, I'm not going to do it? I'm coming from Washington, driving through Montana one day with my manager. I'm recording music. I have a hot song called Hundreds of Hundreds. It's for the blow. I got $80,000 in the console. My manager say, hey, turn this radio down. Turn the radio down. I say, what's up? He said, when are we going to stop working for the company and let the company work for us?
That's a big question.
I turned the music back up and continued on the 90 to the 15 and got home and I fired him.
Okay.
I don't want to do nothing different because everything is his understanding because I can't read. First rap contract I signed, I don't know that. I don't know what it says. I didn't know how to read. So if the young men don't educate themselves, they'll never know what love is.
You ain't lying.
They'll never know what understanding is. And
education is so powerful. Why do you think that it was trying to be kept away from us?
That part.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw bricks at you. I'm going to spit on you. You know,
or
my grandmother told me that was her experience. My grandmama, she only one generation above my mama.
Yeah.
And she said that, they did that. They did
or distract us. Because, again, we're good at entertaining them.
We're good at beating the odds.
Yeah.
But
as African Americans, we're good at adversity. So that's why more and more is created.
Exactly.
Because we keep on. That lets you know our strength and our power.
Yeah.
True.
And the power of love, do y'all think that it could heal?
Yes.
I like that y'all both say that. All right, so let me think. Which one can we say? What's a lesson that you've learned about love? Or learned from love?
Me being married as long as I have, that it looks different all the time.
It's fluidity?
Yes. Or that it looks different all the time. But I feel like love is the understanding of still trying to figure it out.
Love is the understanding of still trying to figure it out.
Because you love this person enough to still give them the benefit of the doubt, the benefit of whatever. You love this person to work out the kinks. It takes that when you're mad at each other and you don't go into the other room. You lay your ass next to that person. Like, it just it's something about that part where you still say good night, I love you, like good morning, like you still have to, even though we're not in the same headspace or the same, understanding, it's the respect.
Right. It's definitely respect.
So, I
never been in love, but when I think of love, I think about my brothers and my cousins.
Okay.
But more importantly, my father.
Okay.
So when I think of love, I just think of, like I said, just genuity.
Yeah.
And without any conditions. You know what I'm saying? And responsibly, just by saying my dad and my cousins, when you have a condition on your parents and you don't love them, without conditions, you in trouble already.
That's deep. I think the lesson that I learned from love is to, no matter what, first love myself, and everything else will work itself out. But I want to thank y'all for, sticking with us through the glitches and the glitches. And we want to definitely thank you for coming on and being our guest of love today. And make sure y'all tune in with us. We got something coming up. I'm looking for a park with some water outlets because I think what we're going to do is a field day in love.
Okay.
That's right.
Field day in love. We was inside last time. It's hot. We can probably do it next month, but we need to get outside. And I'm finna get y'all active, and we finna have a good time. I already got some stuff written up. But make sure y'all tune in with us next week, and we definitely love you guys. And holla, smooches.
Deuces.